They thought it was just another delivery, until masked gunmen ambushed them on a bridge with RPGs. One guard shot, the other, his dad, a retired cop with nothing to lose. But here's the twist. The attack wasn't random. They were set up. What's inside that truck is worth millions and tied to a deadly cartel. And these two? They're not going down without a fight. The movie starts with a group of robbers suddenly blocks an armored truck right in the middle of a bridge. It's a setup. The two guards inside react fast. They get out and try to fight back. One of them, the younger guard, takes a hit. It's serious. They scramble back into the truck for cover, but this attack is far from over. Let's backtrack a few days to Texas. Mike, an older, experienced armored truck guard, wakes up in his dim, quiet apartment. You can tell this guy's been through a lot. First thing he does is reach for a bottle of strong vodka. Then he heads out to a support group meeting, one of those places where people share heavy life stories. It's not for everyone, but for Mike, it helps. After the meeting, he hears a car honk outside. It's his son, Will, also his partner at work. Mike hops into the passenger seat, and they head out for their daily shift. On the drive, Will chats about his wife's pregnancy, clearly excited. But Mike doesn't say much. He's still grieving the loss of his own wife, something Will knows but avoids pressing. They arrive at the loading site and start packing boxes into the back of the truck. Will gets distracted and almost drops one. That's when Mike gets sharp with him, reminds him that because of confidentiality, they don't even know what's in those boxes. If anything breaks, they'd be responsible. Will nods, takes it seriously, and promises to be more careful. As they're about to leave, Mike notices a black car parked nearby. It feels off, but he shrugs it off and drives on. Later that day, after finishing their shift, Will invites Mike over for dinner. Mike hesitates. Being around family is still hard. But Will's sincere, and Mike eventually agrees. At home, the conversation is light at first. Will's wife is heavily pregnant, and they're both looking forward to the baby. But then the topic shifts to Will's new job. His wife is worried. It's only been a month, and armored truck work can be risky. Mike and Will try to ease her concerns, but the truth is, danger is already brewing. Somewhere else, Bruce, the ringleader of a gang, is putting together a team. They're prepping weapons, planning a heist, and clearly targeting something big. The next morning, it's business as usual. Mike and Will pick up their route, grab the shipment, and head off. But as they're driving, Mike notices something in the rearview mirror, that same black car. It's been following them. He keeps his cool but stays alert. Then the black car suddenly speeds up and tries to ram them off the road. Mike's driving skills kick in, years of experience behind the wheel, and he manages to dodge, even as the car keeps trying to force them off the path. They try to call for backup. Nothing. Radio silence. Something's wrong. Mike looks for a way out and veers onto a side road, hoping to lose them. But the car keeps tailing. What Mike doesn't realize is that this whole route was a setup. They're being forced toward a narrow bridge. By the time he figures it out, it's too late. There's a car parked sideways at the other end, blocking the way. He hits the brakes. Several armed men jump out of the car behind them. Mike throws the truck in reverse, but now they're trapped, both ends blocked. And the guy walking toward them, it's Bruce. The standoff begins. Bruce signals his crew. One of them even hands over an RPG. Yeah, it's that serious. They fire, flipping the truck on its side. The armored vehicle holds up, and somehow, Mike and Will survive the blast. Mike crawls out first. They're both armed, and as bullets start flying again, they duck behind the truck. Will is shaken. This is his first real shootout. But Mike talks him through it. Breathe. Focus. We got this. He lays out a quick plan. Will stays low and shoots, while Mike covers from above. They fight back, carefully, in sync, and manage to hit some of the attackers. Will even looks to his dad for approval, but just then, he gets shot. Mike drags him back into the truck and locks the doors. He checks the wound. Thankfully, it missed anything vital. But they're out of medical supplies. Mike uses a strap as a tourniquet and does what he can to stop the bleeding. Meanwhile, Bruce is outside, furious. He calls out Mike by name. Clearly, this attack wasn't random, it was planned. Mike starts piecing it together. Bruce knew their route. He must have seen something. The ledger? The cargo? Mike opens the back of the truck and finds it. A stash of solid gold, millions worth. One of the coins has a cartel emblem stamped on it. Now it makes sense. This isn't just a robbery. It's a hit tied to something much bigger. Suddenly gas starts seeping into the truck. Tear gas. The robbers are trying to smoke them out. Mike quickly uses foam packing to block the vents. Not enough. He rips off his shirt and seals the gaps. It's messy, but it works. Just enough to stay conscious. Outside, tensions are rising. Bruce threatens to drill into the truck. One of his guys starts setting up the equipment. The team is on edge, and it's clear some of them aren't fully on the same page. Power struggles start surfacing. But Bruce, he stays locked in on the prize. Back inside, Mike needs to clean Will's wound before it gets worse. No medical alcohol. But then he remembers the vodka he always carries in a cup. Will sees it and realizes his dad never actually quit drinking. That sparks a deeper moment. Mike opens up. Years ago, when his wife was alive, they were headed out for a family trip. Mike, still a cop back then, saw a reckless driver and decided to pull them over, even though he was off duty. His wife told him not to, begged him actually, but he didn't listen. That delay led to a fatal crash. His wife didn't survive. Will finally confesses something too. Back then, he blamed his dad for her death. He wondered why it couldn't have been Mike instead. But over time, he saw the guilt his dad carried. And now, in this moment of chaos, they finally have the honest talk they never had. Meanwhile, the drill outside is getting louder. The lock won't hold much longer. Mike rigs a metal hook to fish out the vodka cup through a crack. He gets it, gives Will a few sips, then pours it over the wound to disinfect it. It burns, but Will grits through it. Outside, the robbers are just about ready to breach the truck. Inside, Mike and Will are down to their last hope, a single can of bug spray and whatever plan they can throw together on the fly. Mike sneaks out from the truck and uses the spray to attack one of the robbers drilling into the truck. The robber sets on fire. The other robbers fire at him, but he manages to get back into the truck. The remaining robbers gets into revenge mode and launches the truck off the bridge into the river using a grenade blast. With the vehicle sinking fast, James frees Casey's leg and they swim to safety, but Smoke tries to follow. Rook shoots Smoke dead, stepping in to save them despite being double-crossed moments earlier. Rook makes a deal. He'll keep the truth hidden about what happened on the bridge, but only if James and Casey stay quiet. It's a fragile ceasefire born from mutual respect and shared survival.